I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today we're reading from the book of 1 Chronicles, chapter 5. Let's focus on verses 1 and 2. Now the sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel. He was indeed the firstborn, but because he defiled his father's bed, his birthright was given to the sons of Joseph, that is, the sons of Israel. So that the genealogy is not listed according to the birthright, yet Judah prevailed over his brothers. And from him came a ruler, although the birthright was Joseph's. So today's chapter focuses our attention on the biblical ideas of birthright and blessing. Now, biblical birthright is the right bestowed upon the firstborn male, to lead the family spiritually. Now, this concerns spiritual leadership primarily after the father has passed on, although the leadership begins earlier when the father begins passing responsibilities to the oldest son. And then as the oldest son grows, he has more and more responsibility, so that when the father dies, nobody is in question as to who is running the family. Well, the paternal father was not just the sole determiner of the birthright. It was also determined by the mother, especially when a man had multiple wives. And so we first see that rule, that is the father-mother combination. We see that rule with respect to birthright in Genesis 21. We also see it in Romans 9. But let's focus on Genesis 21, because the firstborn of Abraham was not Isaac. The firstborn of Abraham was Ishmael. But look at how the Lord sees it. Genesis 21, verses 9 and 10. But Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, whom she had borne to Abraham, laughing. And she said to Abraham, "Cast out this slave woman with her son, for the son of this slave woman shall not be heir with my son Isaac." Now, while the birthright is conveyed through very specific terms, it's also transferable to another child if the firstborn son refuses to follow God and to be the spiritual leader that he's supposed to be. Consider this in Genesis 25, verses 29 through 34. Once, when Jacob was cooking a stew, Esau, he was the firstborn, he's the one with the birthright, Esau came in from the field exhausted, and he said to Jacob, "Let me eat some of that red stuff, because I'm exhausted." And that is why he was also named Edom. Edom means red. Jacob replied, "First sell me your birthright." "Look," said Esau, "I'm about to die." Do you really think he was that hungry? I don't think so. "So what good is a birthright to me?" Jacob said, "Swear to me first." And so he swore to Jacob, and he sold his birthright to him for a bowl of soup. And then Jacob gave bread and lentil stew to Esau. He ate and drank, and he got up and went away. So Esau despised his birthright. Genesis 25, verses 29 through 34. So that's birthright. The biblical concept of and the function of blessing is very different from those of the birthright. Blessing is the byproduct of having led spiritually in the manner which is prescribed by God. So first, the birthright, the right to lead spiritually, but the blessing doesn't come if you don't live according to the Word. So when a person answers God's call to spiritually lead, then the blessing naturally follows if they obey correctly. Genesis 27, verses 35 and 36. But he replied, "Your brother came deceitfully and took your blessing." So he said, "Isn't he rightly named Jacob? For he has cheated me twice now. He took my birthright, and look, now he has taken my blessing." And then he asked, "Haven't you saved a blessing for me?" This is Esau speaking with his father Abraham. So while Jacob used deceptive measures to secure the blessing, he actually suffered because of the manner in which he acquired it. You see, peaceful blessing did not come until Jacob wrestled with the angel of the Lord, the Messiah. And in the end, it was not Isaac's blessing that mattered. It was the Lord's blessing. Jacob's decision to become singularly focused on living up to the character of the birthright led to the Lord's blessing. And that is 1 Chronicles chapter 5 in a nutshell. When Reuben, Gad, and Manasseh led according to God's word, well, they were blessed. But their rejection of the Lord is in favor of idolatry, well, then that diminished the Lord's blessing, which led them into exile. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people like you. And your giving to Groundworks Ministries transforms lives. Would you consider making a donation to Groundworks Ministries today? Because we need your monthly support now more than ever. And donating is secure and it's easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. Another way that you can help is to tell people about Groundworks Ministries. Share these podcasts with your friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, once again, groundworksministries.com.